you arrive at university, you're going to be at university with a lot of the other high-achieving students. And maybe you won't stand out as much. And so, becoming comfortable with your own achievements rather than trying to compare yourself to all the other students, because there's students that might be doing really well or students that might be struggling. It's more about your achievements in university and how you're getting your work done.
An 85 corresponds to a high distinction, and this is a really, really high mark. 65 corresponds to a credit, and around about 50% of students who pass a course end up on a credit. So this is actually a pretty good mark. So I'd recommend that students coming into first year have a look at the gum leaf diagram, which shows the mark distribution of courses at UNSW. And I'd also just like to note that not all courses are graded. It just uses satisfactory, unsatisfactory grading.
So if you need an extension for your assessment deadline, the university has a hub called Special Considerations. That's the first point of call. They handle all special considerations and extension requests. It's out of the hands of the lecturers themselves.
It is very likely that an assessment are broken down into many parts, and these individual parts that form the major assessment will then have the sort of component where you are seeking support from your teaching team, also component where you're getting support from your peers, and all of the time you'll be getting feedback along the way in terms of how you're developing that assessment activity and completing it together.
And often I can go through that with them, and I can say, well, the reason you failed is because you disengaged very early on, and you didn't hand in, or you handed in all of your assignments and your assessments a little late or incomplete, or just never really put the effort into it. But I've never had a student who's put the effort in, who's tried, who's submitted their assignments, got help, worked on feedback, got advice from their academics. Those students tend to do okay. They might not get the highest distinction marks in all their classes, but they very rarely ever stumble. They very rarely fail when they do that.